Hello class. For phonics today, I want to see how well you are at knowing the special sounds on charts 11 and 12. I have hidden some of the special sounds. Now you can see the clue word, but when I point to one, I want you to tell me the sound that special sound makes and then read the clue word. Okay, I'm going to get my pointer. All right, here we go. Let's start up here with this one. What's the special sound? In shovel, O. This one? In banana, A. This one? In city, C. Now, when is C a special sound? It's only a special sound when it comes before E, I, or Y. Okay, let's jump down here. What's this one? It's one of our EAs. A in steak, EA. E in brownie, IE. This one? A in obey, EY. So EY can say long E in key or long A in obey. Jump down here. In giant G. When is G a special sound? Only before E, I, or Y. And what other three letters can say the J sound? J in fudge, D, G, E. Good job on chart 11. Okay, I'm going to take that one down, and we have chart 12 to practice. Again, I hid some of the special sounds. Let's see if you can read them. This one. In wrinkle, W-R. The W is silent. And this one? Okay, this one is a U. Let's look at it. In push, U. What other special sound says in book? All right, that was a good practice. Remember, you can always jump over to the Quizlet if you feel that you need some more practice with those. But as long as you keep up with what I recommend in Google Classroom, you're right on track and doing great preparing for second grade. Today, I have a really exciting lesson for you. I am super excited to share it with you. Have you ever heard of a contraction? Well, in phonics, a contraction means a short way to write two words. Now, we've talked about a comma before. A comma goes on the pink carpet, and it's just kind of like a little curly Q. An apostrophe looks the same, but it's high in the sky. I'll show you with my first contraction. Now, a contraction is a short way to write two words. Let me show you my two words. My first word is this word. What is that word? Could. What is this word? Not. When I put them together, what is my compound word? Could not. I'm going to teach you a shorter way to write that. This is called a contraction. Couldn't is a shorter way to write could not. Instead of writing could not, you are allowed to just write couldn't. Now, see this thing right here? This is called an apostrophe. If it were down here, it would be a comma. But when it's high in the sky, it's called an apostrophe. Now, the apostrophe is taking the place of a letter. Look at this word right here. And what letter do you think this apostrophe is replacing? It's replacing the O. So typically in a contraction, if you cover up the N apostrophe T, you'll see the first word. But it's the second word that is abbreviated. So the apostrophe is taking the place of the O, and instead of writing could not, you can just write couldn't, or just say couldn't. I couldn't come, I'm sorry. I couldn't get that, I'm sorry. All right, so let's practice some more. Here are 2 words. Read the first word. Would not, would not. Ready for the contraction? Whoops. All right, here's the contraction. Wouldn't. You have the would part, and then the apostrophe takes the place of the O, so would not becomes wouldn't. What's this word? Should not becomes shouldn't. Here's should, and the apostrophe takes the place of the O. Shouldn't. Did not, didn't. Can not, can't. Now this one is a little bit different. This one is will. And the second word is not. Now we don't have a contraction that's won't. That's not a word. The way that word switches is it becomes won't. So, excuse me, this one is a little bit different where the first word does change from will to W-O and then N apostrophe T. So will not becomes won't. That's just one that you'll memorize. The rest, they look very similar. She will, she'll. Now, the apostrophe in this word is taking the place of the W and the I. Here's she, and then the apostrophe LL instead of will. Same for this one. He will, he'll. You will, you'll. We will, we'll. They will, they'll. So that is contractions. So as you are learning to write stories, you can put some of these contractions in your story instead of writing the 2 words. So what I need us to do next is I need you to go ahead and get out your letters and sounds, page 133. We're going to take a look at that together. We're also going to look at language, page 133. Okay, right before we hop onto those pages, do you have your dry erase board or a piece of paper or a 3x5 card that we could practice writing some words? Now these words have some of our newer special sounds in them. Listen carefully. The first word is dare. Has somebody ever said, I dare you? D, and then air in care. Remember this special sound? Air in care. So if you put a D in front of it, it becomes dare. Okay, write this word. Stare. Now the stare that I want you to write is, I'm staring at you. Stare. That's different than I'm walking up the stairs. Staring at you has air in care in it. So what do you hear? St. Oh, here it is. St. Air. Stare. Do you get it? One more. Share. Now all these words rhyme because they have the same ending sound. Dare, stare, share. What do you hear at the beginning of share? Air, share. S-H-A-R-E. Share. All right, let's do one more. It does not have A-R-E in it. Let's do in city. So you know that after the C is going to be an E, I, or Y. The word is nice. That is such a nice boy. Nice. What vowel do you hear? I. Now I told you that it's in city, so you know it's going to be C. Then is it E, I, or Y? What do you think? It's E. N-I-C-E. Okay, you can set that aside. Let's look at our letters and sounds, page 133. At the top, it reminds us of our newest phonics rule, our newest suffix rule. Whoops. I have my answers in front of me. Let me switch it to this page. I caught myself. Don't always do that. All right. You change the Y to an I and add the suffix if the root word ends in Y and the suffix starts with a E. So the root words all end in a Y, and we're adding ER to all of them. So we're going to have to use our magic pencil. You change the Y to an I and add ER. So lazy will be spelled L-A-Z-I-E-R. And tiny will be spelled T-I-N-I-E-R. And you will do the rest. I want to tell you in number 2, when you're circling the special sounds and marking any vowels left over, I want to tell you how many you're looking for. Now this one does not count. That one they gave to you. I'm just going to double check my book so you know the number to look for. Okay, you're going to be looking for 27. So write that number by number 2. You're going to be looking for 27 special sounds, not counting the one that they gave you. Now, before you finish those pages, I want you to look at language. Language, you have to write your own sentences. So here, you're going to write your own sentences. Let's remember, it needs to have a capital letter. It needs to have an ending punctuation, and it has to be a complete thought. So you cannot just write toothbrush, hands, hairbrush. That's not a sentence. It says, write sentences about good habits girls and boys should have. These pictures will help you. Just do your best at sounding out the words. Your parents can help you if they're available. But I'm not so much worried about the spelling, although I really want you to try because you've learned a lot of special sounds. I'm looking to see if you can think up a sentence. Can you think up a complete thought? For this one, for example, I brush my teeth. That's a good habit. Now you think of 2 more. All right, that is it for today. Do a neat job, neatness counts, and don't forget to write your name on both of those papers. Take a picture so I can see how you did and read your sentences. Bye-bye.